Crystal, the gloves are coming off as island mayors are putting up a united front in fighting Bill 204. The measure would not only see the repeal of their salary increases, but of other elected officials and political appointees as well.
We're not senators who have sponsored Facebook pages. We are not people who send out regular or have a TV channel that shows our picture, us shaking a hand, giving a resolution. We don't do that. We don't have time for that. Nobody has time for that.
Because we're working.
Because we're working. So I hope you stand by us together and we're going to speak a unified voice.
The mayors are coming together against Bill 204. The measure introduced by Senator Michael Nicholas would repeal salary increases for elected officials and political appointees, including the island's mayors. During Wednesday's Mayors Council of Guam meeting, Sinahania Mayor Robert Hoffman defended the mayor's work.
There's 40 things we're required to do by law. We do 90 things above that. So if you answer this survey and do the yeses and the nos, clearly, we are way beyond what we should be doing, but we do it because we can and we do. And when you compare it to the legislature, even the legislature staffers who make a lot more than us at the time if they reduce the levels. It's a shame. It's a crying shame that they feel that their community liaison workers and chief of staff should deserve more than us who do more.
Hoffman is preparing a survey on behalf of the Mayors Council ahead of next week's public hearing. He says mayors and vice mayors work 6 to 7 days a week and average over 3,700 work hours a year, compared to the 2,080 hours with the rest of the government.
It was nice to finally be recognized both by the Hague Group and this government. When you actually took our old salaries and you compared it to everything else that was happening in this government, we were here. We were here. So it's the recognition, it's the blessing, it's the finally say, you know what, these things do happen. Because if they want, we'll gladly go back to only doing 40 things. Close up at 5, don't work on the weekends, don't respond to fires, don't respond to floods. You know what, because it's not even in the law that we have to do that.
Along with Nicholas, Bill 204 is co-sponsored by Speaker Judy Wampat, Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz, Senator Narissa Underwood, and Senator Tom Atta.
So shame on those 5 senators. And like I said, the gloves will come off, the gloves will come off. I'm ashamed that they're Democrats. I'm ashamed that they think that, hey, let's just throw everybody here and let's see what sticks.
If Mayor Hoffman wants to put money into his pocket before fixing the roads in all of our villages, then he needs to come out and just straight up say that. Don't say shame on us. You're the mayor, you know? You're supposed to be prioritizing your community. I won't say shame on you. I'll let your community decide that.
Nicholas has made several attempts to roll back raises and says along with a recent survey from Simon Sanchez High School, it was the most recent session that saw 5 different appropriation bills for villages voted down because there wasn't any money.
And we really need to be asking ourselves, should we be putting money into our pockets, whether we're mayors or senators or governors or directors, when that money is supposed to be going to those projects? If we had not taken these raises, we could have voted yes on all those projects. And that's just a reality that we're now facing heads on.
Nicholas says $2.5 million a year could be saved if raises are repealed.
So I don't think that the community thinks that the mayor should get that money before the village. I really don't. And if anybody wants to try and make that case, they'll be more than welcome to it with the elections coming up for senators and mayors.
Nicholas says mayors in the Hay study were initially supposed to see an increase from $46,000 to $55,000. He adds it was, quote, politics that brought them to $75,000. Senators, we should note, saw an increase from $65,000 to $85,000 through the Competitive Wage Act.
I am embarrassed. And you know what? If they're complaining, well, why should a mayor make more than 7? Then run for mayor. Yeah. But you know why they won't? Because they can't do the job.
In the meantime, Municipal Affairs Chairwoman Senator Tina Muñoz-Barnes attended today's Mayor's Council meeting and told mayors she supports them 100%. Her office tells KUAM that Barnes will do one of 2 things. Based on the testimony provided during the public hearing, she will transmit a letter to Senator Nicholas asking him to exempt the section in Bill 204 regarding the mayors. She says if that cannot be done in committee, she would sponsor an amendment doing so on session floor. The public hearing on Bill 204 and Senator Brant McCready's Bill 201 and 202 are set for November 10th at 5:30 p.m.